Welcome back, people. Jason34 here, back with a new episode of DeRail Valley. Alright, so we're going to be starting a new game here because, well, I just did try, but I had technical difficulties. I walked away for like a minute or two, and I come back to my computer restarted, like on the screen where you put your password in or whatever. So I'm assuming my computer force restarted again. If I leave the game too idling for too long, it has a tendency to do that. I don't know why. I think my computer might not be strong enough to even run this game, but I did it for a long damn time without any difficulties. So that's what I don't understand, honestly. So we're just gonna get right on into it. Pray it will work, honestly. I can play this game for hours, but I just gotta get the game to work with me and get to a stable spot where I can just drive my train without any issues from my hands and whatever, so I don't like just drift around. In the cat, I want to try a whole hold on to all the controls. First thing we're gonna do is basically just make it to a spot where we can get through with little to no problem. I know I need to get a new freaking CPU and GPU. Well, as soon as I can get the money to do that, I'm hoping most of my games will actually run more efficiently. Alright, now we're gonna... Okay, so we guys turn, go this way, that way. Alright, now I just gotta get down here, grab my train, and then we're basically gonna have to just go to the far end and then drive down to the harbor. Oh look, it's the Union Express or Pacific Express, whatever the hell that train is called. That's the train Spry's basically obsessed with. I've been wanting to try that train, but the license to drive that train is like $50,000. Oh my god, the train for the modernized diesel engine train, the really powerful one, that bitch is like $200,000. Cause that's like in-game shit. You don't have to have more than one of those trains to actually basically do anything. To pull any amount of cargo or anything. backing up. Back we go. Whee! Chugga, 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 chugga. Bruh. Choo-choo. Alright, forward we go. Choo-choo. Chugga, 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 chugga. Yes, I'm a 3-year-old when it comes to trains. I love trains. I just don't want to drive one. Way too damn difficult. There's a lot of really big cargo here. That right there is, that's one right here is well over 1,000 tons. Alright, here we go. Closing my eyes for it. Well, for one, I really thought I was going to smash into it because I was coming in. I thought I was coming in a bit too fast for it, so I was a little. I was slightly concerned that I was coming in way too fast. Loosen the brakes so we can get on the road. girl. Give me what I want. If you don't know what I'm doing, I'm going to go all the way back, like, so about right here. Brake. Full stop. Forward. Unbrake. Pull us into first gear, get us moving. I don't have my air pressure, that's probably why. Gotta wait for my brake pressure to release my brake power so I can actually go back. I didn't know my damn train car came undone, but it did. I wasn't prepared for that one. But I was kind of asking for that. Slightly. Because I forgot to do this whenever I plugged this in. I forgot to tighten the caliper there so I can actually fucking go forward. Alright, now that we're on our way, we're going to try to build up speed, and then even if we have to push into the yellow, we're going to try to build up some speed so I can keep on the way. Take a left, then another left. Basically a double left after the refinery. And then I gotta climb the double hill right there. It's a really long hill, requires a lot of horsepower to climb with a heavy load. So I gotta build up a lot of speed in order to make that climb. You'll understand what I'm talking about here in a second. Come on, old girl, build us up some speed, baby. Gotta save my sand for later. Come on, old girl. Get me where I need to be. Here we go. The start of the demon climb. This one has always killed me every time. Especially if I'm pulling too much, my train won't make it to the top of the hill. So as I'm slowly slowing down, I gotta make it all the way into the bend there before I start. I'll be able to level out my speed. Come on, old girl, you can do it. I've made it past the hill, basically. I mean, yeah, technically I'm still going uphill slightly, but it's not much. Get this switch sign. I forgot to switch it last time I did this, and I ended up going way over. I ended up taking the wrong track. I had to dial that engine way the fuck back, because I swear, if you take some of these turns too sharp, you're gonna fly right off the track. Because some of these turns can be pretty damn gnarly. Pretty damn gnarly, yeah. Sometimes it ain't fun either. Oh god. I think I've actually only come off the rails once, maybe twice now. My entire time playing this. Technically 4 times, but two of those times was actually intentional, because I was in sandbox mode, so I really wasn't trying to keep my train safe. I was basically just testing the limit of the game to see how fast I could actually make the train I had go. Which wasn't the best train in the game, but it was basically the next best thing, the second best of the diesel engine trains. It was basically the one right up next to the $200,000 one, basically. This is going to be a real peaceful ride. It's still going to take me a little bit to complete it, though. I'll be able to pick up another load while I'm down here, hopefully. Wait. Okay, so I gotta go left there, straight. Makes sense. So we're proceeding nicely. So obviously we're going to just kind of chill and finish our trip up to the harbor. It's going to take us a little bit, pretty good bit of time. Not too bad, but it's still going to take us a good bit of time to actually make the trip all the way up here. I remember this trip actually taking me quite a while, but that was when I basically came from up here all the way down here because I had a load that was coming from all the way up here, and I had to go all the way down here. So basically, I had to come all the way down here, make a sharp turn, go straight, and then as soon as I got here, I had to basically floor it around this turn as sharp as I could and as fast as I could make the train go without shearing off to make that climb on that hill, because I was pulling a very heavy load with this single engine. I was basically at my max capacity. This thing only has like a 200-ton max capacity limit, maybe 210. You can stretch it to about 220 if you're really experienced with this train, but you can't take any more than that. Any more than that, you're going to have real big difficulties climbing hills. Your train's not going to have enough power to pull the load, and I'm basically right at my maximum capacity of 220 average standards. Right at 218. So I'm basically right next to my maximum capacity for this train. And that's just from personal experience. That's what I've been doing. I don't know what the actual maximum capacity for this train is, but I'm guessing it's between 200 and like 230-ish, somewhere around there, because I tried to pull something around 225 to 230 and I started having severe difficulty actually getting up small hills. Nice and good through this tunnel here, which this will take us around the bend to the harbor. Right there. We're going through this tunnel right here. We'll go around this bend and end up down here at the harbor. We're basically coming in the back way. This is the way you really want to come in, unless you plan to make half-mile trip all the way around through this bendy-ass mountain range there, which I don't advise that. slow down a bit. I was stretching my maximum speed on this track here a little bit too much. I shouldn't have to use my engine, my throttle anymore for a bit. I should be able to just idle most of the way. Hopefully, while I'm in town, I'll be able to go to the bank, hopefully. Maybe. Banks are always necessary. They keep your money safe, for the most part. That is, unless you like keeping all your money in cash, which then you don't really need a bank for that. The best place for that would be a big safe in your house. Probably with a rifle or a shotgun near it. And maybe a handgun on your pillow or something so you can protect that money. Because most likely, if you kept all your money in a safe, that'd be like your life savings. It'd be everything you had. So I'm not going to say anybody would rob that, but at least they know it's well protected if there's a shotgun leaning against it. Or near it by, so you can get to it and like, try to take my money, boy. I'll cut them sticky fingers off. I will. Better put that money right back where you found it. Anyways, we're proceeding quite nicely here. We're almost there. We're gonna go on and turn the engine back on because we're losing too much speed if we're gonna make this a quick trip down all the way down here to get some good money so we can start getting maintenance money. The maintenance of these trains are expensive. I play on realistic because of the limited distance on the teleportation, and that's basically it. All the other stuff, bonus technically. I don't really count them as negatives because I don't want to make too much money too fast. I also want the trains and upgrades and stuff to be kind of expensive so I can actually work a little bit to actually get to the upgrades. You can actually come from this way if you're coming from one of the further areas. I've not been that way yet. I do know where it comes from though. It comes from like the sawmill and oil fields and stuff. That side of the map over there. There's nothing on that path, so I wouldn't ever suggest taking that path unless you're just taking a Sunday drive. You don't want to be pulling cargo that track because it's way too. It would take you way too long to actually go that track. I mean, it's just. I've never been on that track, so I don't know exactly, but I don't think I want to try because it's a very long damn track. It's basically this one that goes all the way around this windy ass cove there, like. Alright, coming into port here, we gotta be ready to slow down because we're getting a little bit too much speed. We don't have any engine power, but still, the weight of all the material here is gonna be pushing on our train. We don't really have to slow down because it's now that we're coming into port, we're actually on a downward slope, which is what's causing us to gain speed so much. We're on just the slightest downward slope, which is causing us to slowly gain momentum. So we're going to proceed into port pretty damn quickly without monitoring of the braking, so we don't come into port too fast. There are speed limits on these tracks for a reason. Too fast, and you're going to shear right damn off. You're going to shear your train right the fuck off. I'll stop just before I get to the E track because I'm going to have to line myself up for E81, which is where I need to go. There's a lot of trains over there. Look, there's the diesel train, the big one. That train right there at the very end, far right, is the $200,000 one. That's the end game type train. It's very heavy duty, a lot of power. Probably a bitch to operate. It's probably got a lot of damn fuel requirements and maintenance costs and a bunch of other random crap. This is probably the only train you can actually operate without tearing up, basically. You can still tear this train up, but it's a little difficult to actually tear this damn train up because of how easy it is to operate. It's not easy to tear this thing up. You'd have to do something really stupid to tear this train up. How's my EDF series coming? EDF 5. We got the Ranger series, Wing Diver series, Fencer series, and Air Raider series. 4 different series for 4 different characters because it's one of my favorite games, so obviously. Alright, I gotta stop because I believe this is the E track here. Let's see. No. Here we go, right here. This one, right here. The only thing with this train is it takes actually, believe it or not, most trains, almost like 95% of trains in the world today, they do take a little bit to get started on, like pulling heavy loads. If you're pulling really heavy loads, they do take a little bit, even just light loads. They still take at least a few, like a minute or two to get going because, I mean, hell, they don't have rocket engines strapped to their butts. Obviously, they're going to be pretty damn slow. Damn. You expect a miracle or something out of these things? Sheesh. Bruh. There's a lot of other cargo here, but I have a feeling I'm only going to be able to take something really light. Most of this stuff looks really damn heavy, so doubt we're just not going to be taking anything from here. Unless they got something on one of the further track systems. Alright, now. Finalize the delivery by always putting on a brake. And then we gotta find the nearest postal office, basically shipping office or whatever you want to call it, so we can turn it in for monies. Ah, there it is. Mine! Money! Say 200,000 DE6. This one right here, the DM3 is probably the one I bought last. Let's see. Alright, well, let's see what we got. We got a lot of fucking orders here, so we're probably gonna have to just, bruh. I'm gonna take this one. Maybe I can take this one too. Yeah. 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 No. 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 Yeah. So we got some here. Too far. Yeah. I'll put this in the maybe pile, depending on if we have anything else. No. 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 Dear God. Looks like this is basically all we're gonna get. Sorry for making a mess of the office, but honestly, I really don't care. Let's see. Oh, well, that track's basically right next to where I'm parked. And all I gotta do is basically wrap it all, take it all the way around. I think it's this one right here. One of these two right here, probably. It's this one. Second furthest track to the left. Well, I gotta go all the way to the very end of this bitch and then line back up and back into this area. Alright, here we go. Big old heavy tractors. Excavator tractors. Man, 5 in one big old thing. Dang, that thing must be freaking heavy. All the way to the end, and then find out after I'm getting all the way back, all the way to the car left over there. I could technically take this route here. It just may take me a little while, but these are technically empty, so it's not going to be very heavy. So it shouldn't take me very long to make this trip. I mean, it's obviously still going to take travel time, which is going to be very long. Obviously, I'm going to have to go all the way back and back up to those empty trailers, which is about all the juice I'm going to need. See, because this is the thing. Where I have to take this is all the way up here. So basically, I'm going to have to wrap all the way around, go down and around, and then back around. But since they're empty, it shouldn't take me very long. But I will have to see how long the video is getting before I make this trip. I might have to do this in episode 2, because each trip can take anywhere from 10 to 20, maybe even 30 minutes, depending on how far of travel time we have to go. sure they're all the same before we take off. Alright, let me see how long we're getting here. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait, make this next load, we'll have to wait till the next episode. This has been episode 1 of my DeRail Valley series playthrough. If you liked it, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you again in the next one. Peace!